If I let you take any watch from this box for free, which one would you choose? Honestly, I don't even remember what's inside anymore. Every time I come back from the flea market, I simply put all my finds into boxes. Sometimes they sit here for months before it's finally their turn for restoration. Over the last few months, I've bought more than 500 watches, so I've got quite a few boxes to go through. Today, we're opening another one. I never look inside beforehand. I want to rediscover these watches together with you. And if you've been watching my flea market videos, you might even remember where I found some of these. All right, let's open it. And the first watch is this beautiful Citizen. Take a look. It has a transparent caseback. I've always loved watches that let you see the movement working inside. Even when they're not expensive, there's just something fascinating about them. Let's put this one aside and see what else we've got. Oh, a beautiful Orient. Almost every watch in this box has already appeared in one of my flea market videos. Back then, there wasn't enough time to really look at each one. Now we finally can. Look at these ladies' Tissot watches. And here's a ladies' Festina. Do you remember this one? I found it in one of my very first flea market episodes. There's still a lot of work to do. It needs the missing stones replaced. The case needs polishing, and only then will we see how beautiful it can become. The funny thing is, I still haven't even tested many of these watches. Some of them might be running perfectly. Others could need a complete restoration. That's exactly why opening these boxes is exciting, even for me. Every box is a surprise. Next, we have ladies' Orient watches. Another Orient. A ladies' Citizen. And another Tissot. You've probably seen these in some of my shorts. I think they'll look incredible after restoration. Sometimes people think a watch is beyond saving, but very often all it needs is a new crystal, a careful polish, and a proper service, and suddenly it comes back to life. Look what someone did to this case. It looks like somebody tried to repair it themselves. Now I'll have to undo all of that and start over. But honestly, these are some of my favorite projects. I love seeing the before and after transformation. Now, here's something interesting. A Slava with an unusual asymmetrical case. You don't see cases like this very often. That's exactly why I bought it. The only question now is, should I remove the old chrome and have it replated? Or leave it with this warm vintage look? What would you do? Let me know in the comments. I'm really curious to hear your opinion. Let's keep going. Here's a Raketa vernissage. A Pobeda. Another Pobeda. A Zim. And I remember this Vostok very well. I actually bought it because of the movement. If I'm not mistaken, it should have a beautiful gold-colored movement inside. Let's check. Yes, there it is. Just look at that. Years ago, someone told me this movement was similar to a zenith movement. To be honest, I'm not sure if that's actually true. If any of you know Soviet watch movements well, let me know in the comments. I'm always happy to learn something new. All right, let's keep going. Wow, look at these Seikos. Honestly, I completely forgot they were in this box. And here's another one, a Seiko Kinetic. Really interesting technology. Most people know quartz watches. Most people know automatic watches. But kinetic is something in between. It generates energy from the movement of your wrist, but it powers a quartz movement. Now I'm curious, will it just need a new rechargeable battery? Or will it need a full repair? And here's another Seiko Kinetic. So there are actually two of them in this box. I'll definitely have to test both. Let's set them aside for now. And see what else we have. An Orient. A Garo. Interesting watch. We'll see what it looks like after restoration. Here's another Orient 3-star. Next up, a Swiss Army. Another Vostok. I think this one may only need a polish and a movement service, but you never really know until you take it apart. Oh, an Orient Tank Titanium. And the best part? It's already running. That's always a great feeling. Finding a watch that survived for decades and still works. Here's another beautiful Orient. And over here are some Orient KD and multi-calendar cases. I kept them for a reason. Sometimes a spare case like this is exactly what another watch needs to come back to life. Wait a second. I completely forgot about these. Just look at this. Hand-painted dial watches. And every time I find another one, I get excited all over again. Just think about it. Every brush stroke was painted by hand, on a dial that's only a few centimeters wide. Every tiny detail, every little line. These aren't just watches anymore. They're miniature paintings. Look closely. There's even a ship painted on this dial. Sometimes I honestly think watches like these are even more underrated than many famous Swiss brands. What do you think? Would you collect hand-painted dial watches? Or do you prefer classic dials? I'd really like to hear your opinion. And right next to it, a Komandierski with a car on the dial. Let's keep going. A Pobeda. A Poljot. A Zim. And another Orient 3-star. Look at this dial. A beautiful emerald green. The camera probably doesn't capture the color properly. In person, it looks even better. And right next to it, another Orient. This one has a deep navy blue dial. That's one of the things I love most about vintage Japanese watches. Now this is interesting. It says made in Hong Kong on the case. This is actually a pedometer. Do you remember it from one of my shorts? It's the first one I've ever found. I love discovering things like this. Not just watches, but unusual vintage gadgets connected to timekeeping or everyday life. Let's set it aside. And here's another nice surprise. Sector, Swiss-made. Beautiful dial. Really interesting design. Honestly, with a little servicing and a careful polish, this watch could be ready for a new owner. Next, we have a Ladies' Citizen. Another Ladies' Orient. A Zim from the 1950s. A Pobeda. And these watches always make me curious. If I remember correctly, I was told this model was made for the Middle Eastern market. But I'm not completely sure. If any of you know the history behind it, let me know in the comments. I'd really love to learn more. Let's keep going. A Casio. A beautiful Raketa. Another Raketa. Just look at this amphibia. What a beautiful dial. This is exactly the kind of watch I love finding. And here's another interesting Raketa. A lot of collectors call this one the Rolex-style Raketa. I have to admit, it looks surprisingly elegant. To be honest, I don't even remember why I bought it. It was probably just too cheap to leave behind. And who knows, Maybe it's completely original. Next, another Pobeda, a Mayak, and one more Pobeda. Wow, just look at this dial. Isn't that beautiful? Details like this are exactly why I keep buying vintage watches. Let's see what's left. A Wenger. A Casio Edifice. By the way, I still need to order a new strap for this one. I'm pretty sure I have another Edifice somewhere. It'll be interesting to compare them side by side. And finally, a Vostok Komandirsky. I think that's the perfect way to finish today's unboxing. A true Soviet classic. Every time I open another one of these boxes, I realize just how much work is still waiting for me. Every watch has to be checked, taken apart, cleaned, polished. Some will be fully restored, some will stay in original condition, and a few may end up helping bring other watches back to life. The good news is, there are still several unopened boxes waiting. And honestly, I don't remember what's inside them either. So every unboxing is a surprise, even for me. After we finish opening all the boxes, we'll finally move on to what many of you have been waiting for, the restorations. We'll bring these watches back to life together. Now, I have a question for you. Which watch from today's box was your favorite? And which one would you like to see restored first? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next unboxing.